Kenny Cott.
And I know this is in football today, but I'd like to expand this to the entire landscape of Detroit sports. Is that all right with you?
Sure.
So we're going to do a little bit of superlatives in the city of Detroit. We're going to start with Detroit's MVP of 2023 in the sports landscape. I will go first and say Dan Campbell. He has his Lions team playing correctly. It can be a player, it can be a coach, it can be a GM. Whoever you got, most valuable person of Detroit.
Wow. I mean, hard to argue with the coach. I'm good with it. You could say Goff, but I know that'd be a real hot button issue in this town, but I'm okay with the old ball coach. David, do you have a different answer?
I do. I'm going to go Sam Laporta. He's doing some things that T.J. Hawkinson and any tight end hasn't done in Detroit in forever. So I got to go Sam Laporta as my MVP of Detroit
Right
sports.
now, would you put Sam Laporta as a top 4 tight end in the NFL?
I would.
Like right here, right now, he's a better football player than Travis Kelce. He's a better football player than T.J. Hawkinson. And Hawkinson's hurt now. But you get my point. Is like there's only, one tight end that you would put above him? For sure. Would it be Mark Andrews?
Yeah. Yes.
Probably.
That's how good Sam Laporta's been, that we're even having that conversation. All right, next, Kenny.
The next one is, and I'm going to steal the Sam Laporta answer for this one. Actually, no, I'm not. The newcomer of Detroit, the best new face that we see in Detroit. Mine was going to be Laporta, but then I thought, no, I brought a man to this city, and damn it, he deserves this award. You're welcome, Detroit, Alex DeBrincat. I know the Red Wings stink right now. Alex DeBrincat's my newcomer of the year.
All right. I mean, I'm not mad about it, except the team's in total freefall. How about Jahmyr Gibbs? You draft a running back. It's controversial. We don't pay running backs. Said running back right here, right now, leads the National Football League in runs of 20 yards or more. Jahmyr Gibbs. He's added the lightning to the thunder that is David Montgomery. Just to diversify. How about Jahmyr Gibbs?
See, and I was thinking the other back. I was thinking David Montgomery because early on, he was the spark of that offense until they slowly brought Jahmyr Gibbs on. But Jahmyr Gibbs has taken it so far since then. So Jahmyr Gibbs is a really good choice there.
Okay.
The next one would be the role player of Detroit sports. Not the MVP, but the guy that makes the wheels turn. Mine is going to be Frank Ragnow because you see what this team looks like when he's not playing, and it is a different team. The offensive line does not function the same.
Role player.
I'm not comfortable calling an all-pro caliber center a role player.
I mean, he's not Jahmyr Gibbs is my point. He's not the Flash. He's the thing that makes the wheels turn.
Like a glue guy?
Glue guy, sure.
Okay, David.
Okay, well, I'm going to be called so wrong for this.
What?
Jared Goff
Not mad about it.
as a role player?
Straw that stirs the drink?
Yeah.
The distributor? The game manager?
Oh, what did I just say? That he can't be the star of the show. That's that's your quarterback. What are you talking about?
He's not the star.
Yeah, he's the one distributing the ball. There is no game without him. You can play with a different center or a different left tackle.
I hate it when mom and dad fight. All right, let's go to the next one because David's already under the weather. You don't need to make him angry too.
Letdown player of 2023, guy that you had some kind of expectation for, but just didn't. And
wow. Okay.
I mean, you can name the entire Pistons roster if you like.
Yeah, that's cheap. Come on now.
I will give you a Piston, though, for mine. It would be Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey has let me down. I thought he was going to be better this season because this was supposed to be, a better season for Detroit here. But Jaden Ivey was supposed to be a part of that, and he's been awful. Of late, he's been okay.
I don't want to use words like awful with the next person I'm saying because that's not what I'm saying. There are two players in this town that I thought were going to take major leaps forward, and they haven't done it. One is Mo Sider. Offensively, very good. Defensively, very bad. Here comes Kenny to tell me. But they put him in hard situations.
They do. They put him in the worst spots.
Wow.
It's metrically terrible.
The other player would be Aiden Hutchinson. It's just not good enough to enter your second year and have like 5.5 sacks. Oh, but what about the pressure? I understand. But Aiden, drafted number 2 overall, I expected him to go out and have about a 15-sack season. And it hasn't happened. And that's okay to say. I'm disappointed without saying, oh, he's trash. I'm not saying that.
Mine would be Jeff Petrie. Thought he might still have some tread on the tires. He stinks.
You're done. Get it? You're done.
He stinks. So let's do the high point of the year when your emotions were the happiest. For a lot of Lions fans, you could argue that it was
the very minute we discovered that Mel Tucker was an absolute fraud and a morally bankrupt scumbag, and it allowed my school to get rid of him without paying anything and have a chance to spin the wheel at a future and hire a new coach. That's my moment of the fall.
my high point. I thought initially Lions clinching has to be. That doesn't happen without them beating Green Bay at the end of last year and kicking them out of the playoffs and getting Aaron Rodgers out of this division. That was my high point.
Okay. All right. We're being extremely selfish. I dig it, David.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, because mine would be the Lions winning the division as the high point of the year. But you're right. You don't get that point if you don't do those things first. Right. So you're right.
And the low point, the opposite of that, mine is right now watching my Red Wings hockey team.
The low point would be finding out that Mel Tucker is a morally bankrupt con artist scumbag who upended this entire season and had largely stopped doing anything at Michigan State, dating all the way back to February.
Wait a minute. You can't have your high point and your low point.
I can do whatever I want. I don't have a team.
How are you going to have your high point and low point be the same moment?
Low point.
Oh, Tommy DeVito.
Cutlets.
Hey!
Tommy Cutlets and that goofball Party City agent of his. Low point as I lost the ability to draft my godson, Drake May, number 2 overall in the draft.
Yeah, my low point would be the Kansas City Chiefs winning the Super Bowl.
Oh.
I couldn't see it. I just did not want to see that again. And seeing that was my low point, which brings me to the next one, which is the most tired of sports figure. This doesn't have to be Detroit, but it is Travis Kelce. I'm so sick and tired of seeing him on my television and hearing from him.
If you think I'm going to argue.
The only other one I can think of, and this is mine, is Aaron Rodgers. I'm tired of seeing him on McAfee. I'm tired of his little quotes coming out. I'm tired of him being inflammatory towards the fans. It's just very tiresome to see on a weekly, even more frequent basis.
I'll give you another one. I've had enough of it. He's acting like a big baby, and he's got to stop. Patrick Mahomes. Enough. Wah. Everything's not going your way. You don't have a superstar wide receiver. Dude, you just threw a pick 6. You just fumbled a snap. I don't need you melting down on your teammates. The commercials, the nonsense, the tabloids. I'm kind of, he's a fabulous player. Kind of done with him.
So let's finish it off with this one, the off-the-field person of the year. That could be a coach, GM, coordinator, assistant, even an owner.
I'd say Tyreek Hill. I mean, just so fertile. I mean, just so many kids in so little time. How do you have 4 kids in 3 months while being married? It just does not compute.
Phillip Rivers for that, man.
I'd like
Let's
to give
do that.
the award to Tyreek Hill's penis.
That is off the field.
That is what moment? Pick one. It's called Every Saturday Night for Tyreek. Unbelievable. The off-the-field award, though, in a serious manner. Wow. Somewhere there's a Juwan Howard joke in here, but I'll leave it alone. Somebody pick one. I can't come up with.
I say Brad Holmes. He's done a great job.
Okay, then.
I'll go with Sheila Hamp. I don't know if that would count for this year. I mean, she kind of put things in place years ago, so I don't know if that counts for this year.
Actually, the off-the-field award, this is like the high point of the year, goes to... If it wasn't for the Don being at a Pistons game and out of his mind, we wouldn't be able to bless you with audio like,
You.
Moment of my year.
And that is in 2023 today.